Tip of the day from a former cop member. I use different beauty filters today. Today I wanted to talk about and tell you the tale of two wankers. I should put a warning. This is explicit. It's got stuffs. Not because I like that, but because the weird cult family does. And I gotta talk about the weird crap. But I want to bring up the hypocrisy for the family, and they get privacy, but others don't. No one really gets the privacy that them and their little minions get. So, sorry, I was thinking about a post where I saw Dennis teaching high school students and telling these high school kids that people like me and all the people I've been talking to for 7 years, these wonderful people who have survived that place, are pathetic. So he calls us pathetic. Now, I mean, he can call me whatever he wants to, but I really don't like him calling all my friends that. So I wanted to rebrand the word pathetic by telling this tale of the two wankers. And we'll start with Dennis, the first wanker. So they do these beach trips, right? And Dennis was caught getting porn at this don't matter. Who the fuck cares? Everybody, but it's important that he does. So he gets caught getting porn at a video store, and then the people caught him. He tells them something. I might have it not verbatim, but something like, I'm pretty sure it was this: please don't tell on me. Please don't tell people, because if people find this out, it will hinder their walk with God. Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. And so basically he's saying that if these people tell the church that he's a wanker, they might lose their faith in God. I'm sorry. And the reason I'm ridiculing this man, this was 2002. I think it was Holden Beach. No, it doesn't matter. They're regular beach trip that they don't get to go to anymore because they can't behave. Neighbors know what I'm talking about. He didn't have to tell no one, he didn't have to tell no one. But everybody in Xenos, I mean, if anybody else was, I mean, he did tell some people, I'm sorry, it was very discreet, very private. But some of them aren't there no more. And, some people, it's not just, he had a cell group of people. Not all of them were there anymore. I mean, not all of them are in there no more. So, birds talk. So he knows this is true. There's a lot of people who know, and now people can ask about it. So every time he says the word pathetic, and he calls my friends pathetic, remember that he's a pathetic wanker. And so if he wants to use that word, it might remind people that you, wait, maybe change, he'll probably stop using that word. He'll use another word, and I can rebrand that one too. Be careful what you're saying to high schoolers about my friends. So the second wanker is his son-in-law, Ryan. And I'm going to explain why I'm being mean right now later. But, I mean, you kind of get the gist of the hypocrisy, though. Ryan, just at some point before what I'm about to tell you horribly, like bad timing, it was too close. He just, nonchalantly gets to tell everyone he's a wanker. Like, hey guys, I'm a wanker. Please, I'm just doing my first step of confession. Don't make a biggie. I mean, I'm making it. I don't know how he said it, but it was probably it. Something, it wasn't like the way they make people do it. Like, they didn't make him go above in front of no one, nothing. But then, they're real weird about not just getting in people's sexual sin and making them, confess in detail in front of 30 people and letting the, audience question them and tell them how horrible it affected them and shit. No, Ryan and Dennis didn't have to do that at all. And, but they ask married people questions too. People who are having private lives without sin. They ask them, Mostly leaders. I think it's leaders. Like, how is your prayer life? How is your walk with God? And how is your marriage? How is your sex life? So sex life goes with the marriage question. The Mccallums are entitled to your privacy, right? As a member or leader, but you are not entitled to theirs. So I'm just helping you out and giving you some of them. So that now they can kind of understand, if they don't like this video, how this feels. And if you guys don't like how this feels, please stop doing it to people. So let me go on. So this married couple, I'm not going to not do gender in this. I really want to try to keep privacy, but they probably did this more than one people. So, I don't, but I want you guys to hear what Ryan did sometime around the time he just nonchalantly got to say he's a wanker. He's watching his corn. But this couple who's married and having a private life, having no problems, they got to find a problem. So they asked about their marriage, and one of the spouses said, they weren't being active at the moment in the bedroom. And then this became something important to Ryan, and decided, oh, we can't have that, and brought this couple before the church, before the leaders, or I don't know if it was cell groups, and this one spouse defended the other spouse, but Ryan put him before the church to confess that they weren't having sex as a married couple. So I just want you to know about these two wankers, and the reason I'm being me is not only because of how they treat their members, and the hypocrisy, but also because a lot of people who've left Xenos have suffered great humiliation. Great. For normal things sometimes, and they get to have their privacy, but they get to humiliate people. And some of these people, some of us almost don't make it. So if I'm a little mean, it's because, families suffer losing people. I don't want to blame anybody for tragedies. But let's not act like this can't cause one, and that families don't suffer if this has happened. So I just wanted to get those things off of my chest. And, I just want to say, fuck them wankers. I'm usually a nice person. Tip of the day. Hope this helps somebody.